The Start node indicates the start of our process. By clicking on it, we can inspect the starting activities. In our case, it's 3 of them. In the Visualize node, you can see the frequency of the activity within the process. It is also emphasized by a halo effect. The higher the frequency, the bigger the halo effect is. In the right part of the node, there are colored indicators. The green one represents the initial activity, as it's the activity starting the process in some of the cases, and the red indicator representing the final activity, as for some cases, that activity is the last one in the process. It makes sense to filter out finished activities when you want to analyze case duration, for example. Let's click on the End node to see the final activities. If the process visualization looks too complicated, you can simplify it. Do this by opening the Customize panel on the right, where you can adapt the map to your requirements. By reducing the sliders of the displayed activities and paths according to your needs, you can avoid the robust spaghetti visualization of the process. You can also adjust the map clustering to group similar activities into clusters. Now we see the activities grouped according to type of activities. The clusters are automatically populated by Minit according to one mutual corresponding value. The clusters are collapsible and expandable, so you can simplify the process map by hiding the activities in the cluster. To do this, click on the blue icon with the 2 arrows in the top right corner of the cluster border. To expand the cluster, click on the 2 arrows icon on the cluster. The main views and indicators on the Customize panel are frequency, performance, rework, and financial switches that can change how the information is visualized. The frequency view is the default view that shows the frequency of activities. To see how many cases are flowing through a particular activity, choose the case count metric. The performance view displays the duration between these activities. The time between 2 activities is expressed via waiting time on the paths. The thickness of the arrow indicates the duration across the entire process. If you would like to see the performance between the activities, choose the mean duration metric. You can see that this path is the longest, and by looking back to the frequency view, you can check that many cases are going through this path. So, it's worth thinking about streamlining the process at this step, as it has a big impact on the overall throughput time of the process. Rework View provides a complex view on rework or repetitions in our process. You can select from different rework metrics: self-loop count, loop count, and one of the most useful metrics, the net loop gain. With the net loop gain, we can identify the top activities detected as potential initiators of the loops by looking for the red halo effect, meaning identifying activities that are prolonging the overall process the most. The finance view refers to money flow in the process. Visualize section is helpful when you want to change the layout of the process map. You can zoom in and out or change the horizontal and vertical spacing to better fit your needs. In the variant section, you can filter out relevant variants you want to see. A variant is a unique path with a specific sequence of activities. The selected variants can be filtered immediately by clicking on the desired variants. We analyze process variants to find out how is our process standardized. Too many variants can be a sign of low process standardization, which means lower potential for process automation. The variant covering the most percentage is called a happy path, which is usually the most common variant.